All right, I had a chance to check out some minicamp practice. I thought today was a little bit more competitive than what we were yesterday. We did not do as much on the competitive side of things. Defense was really into it today. Matter of fact, there was a lot of when balls were tipped, balls were knocked away, defensive plays when Dak had to scramble or somebody had to scramble.
Yeah.
The defensive players were pouring out onto the field and cheering and yelling and screaming, and then the offensive players started doing the same thing. So it was kind of fun to watch. But they ran a 7-on-7 period today. And here's a guy I want to point out. And Nan Wright is a guy that he is one of those guys that needs to find a way to make more plays. He needs to find a way. Now, they were playing him at corner today with Diggs being
still
out.
Rehabbing?
Yeah, still rehabbing. They put him out there with him and Bland to play on the first with the ones, and Nan Wright had him a day today. He really did. And if you're interested in Dak Prescott, them trying to throw the ball down the field, the first two plays of 7-on-7, they launched 2 deep passes. One of them, they tried to hit Cooks on a vertical route. Ball was too far, but Wright was in position on that one in the coverage. He actually ran with Cooks pretty well, and the ball went over the top, and it was incomplete. And then they came back with Turpin the very next play to his side and went vertical again. So it's like, okay, we're not going to take a shot at Bland here, even though in the 2-minute drill they tried to take a shot at Bland and he was up to the task. They tried to double move him with Cooks. Dak had to pull the ball down and scramble a little bit, and then he had to throw it away.
Keep testing him with double moves. The more the merrier. He needs that work.
Well, it was a good deal for Nan Wright to be involved and to make some plays. They're going to need him to do some of that. Now, Dak's primary throwing the ball today, it was about throwing the ball to Cooks. Cooks was the guy. They had a curl route where they ran Cooks out of the slot. And here's when Jordan Lewis was in coverage, and Cooks was just too quick for Jordan Lewis. I mean, it was a little like up the field, drive him off, turn back inside, ball right there. I mean, Dak just threw it right at the 3, right in the middle of his chest. And it was a pretty route because Cooks was able to get separation just by driving him off the ball. Didn't have to bump him. Didn't have to push him, didn't have to lean on him. It was drive him, and Lewis is like, okay, I respect your speed. And as he's playing off, then all of a sudden you get Cooks hits the air brakes and turns it back inside. Ball right there on top of him, a nice reception as well. Dak came back to him a little bit later. They scored a touchdown in the 2-minute drill where he threw the ball to Cooks. It's a touchdown there. They went for the 2-point conversion on this. They were down the 8.
Okay.
They get the touchdown.
It's like
now,
one of these simulated game situations.
Yeah. They had a chance to tie the game. So they're down 8, 2-minute drill. Dak drives them the length of the field, from the 35, in. They get the touchdown. And the defense did a really nice job on this one because Dak tried to fit the ball to Jalen Brooks, and it was just a little too far out in front of Brooks. I mean, the coverage underneath was good. Brooks tried to plant and separate out and get outside towards the sideline in the end zone, and Dak tried to put it onto him. Brooks had to dive, incomplete. So they lost the game there.
Do you remember who was in coverage? Was that another Wright situation maybe?
No, that was who was he dealing with on that side? I just saw I didn't see who the
corner was.
The corner was that side, but it was Brooks trying to. He just couldn't reach to get the ball.
Gotcha.
So that was they did the touchdown I mentioned was scored on. They got Brooks in they got Cooks in coverage on Thomas, on Wanye Thomas. So they created a little bit of a mismatch there
on that safety.
Safety, to get.
Sounds like they're trying to get Cooks more involved here. That's awesome.
I'll tell you another thing they're continually trying to get we're trying to get Deuce Vaughn involved too. And what
how's that working out?
Well, they put him in the backfield. Put him in the backfield. I hope I'm not getting in trouble for this. This is just actual stuff going on.
A running back in the backfield.
Running back in the backfield, and then motion him out, and then run vertical routes with him running an out behind it. So now you're getting everybody running off routes.
Okay.
And going through and getting everybody off, and then Vaughn coming behind
you
it.
Open up some free area there.
Yeah, and just hit him with the pass real quick. Kind of a little quick pass to the outside, and then Vaughn was able to grab it. This was a third down play. So verticals, route behind it, get him the ball in the motion out of the backfield. He caught the ball and then was able to get right out of bounds.
Get him in space one-on-one. I still don't think many guys are going to be able to tackle him.
No.
But it's difficult to get there. If they can scheme this open, I'll be a big fan of the offense.
I'll tell you what, there's been some times here now the linebacker play I think has been pretty solid. And this goes back to what I've seen so far with Eric Kendricks involved. Kendricks, we had an interception. Dak had an interception off a tip ball, and Donovan Wilson got the interception, and it was Kendricks got in the throwing lane. Like Dak was trying to fit it inside. Kendricks, playing inside linebacker, buzzes to his right, and then Dak tries to get it in there quick. Ball's batted in the air. Donovan Wilson in coverage behind. Ball deflects to him. And then he has the opportunity.
And was this like dropping like zone coverage for Kendricks?
Yeah, Kendricks was reading Dak. Like he was reading like he's like, okay, I see what Dak's trying to do. The route is going to go to Kendricks' right, Dak's left. Dak's like, I'm going to try and fit it in there quick. And then, but Kendricks was able to, he read the play so well that he was able, like say, buzz out in the flat. When I mean buzz, get quickly out there into that area. And the ball just got batted in the air.
It's one of those instinctive plays we were missing last year. I'm hoping that rubs off on Amaris Liufau as well, the rookie from Notre Dame.
Yeah, there's and Liufau, he's been playing quite a bit too. They've been getting him involved.
They loved him.
He's been doing a lot more work with the ones. So they've been.
Let's go, Maris.
I saw Mike Zimmer talking about him the other day like he's a freaking genius.
Oh, that's where I think
the scouts are just in love
I think
with him.
Mike
They talked to us about it.
Yeah, you're starting to see him and then Clark. They're interchanging. Clark was the first one out in the 7-on-7, and then Liufau got in there quickly after. They go like a couple of plays, and then they rotate the guys and stuff like that. So, it was a good day. Now, as far as yesterday, it was Trey Lance was running with the twos. Well, today it was back to Cooper Rush running with the twos. So, in the last day here, they went back to with Cooper Rush to be able, and he's Cooper Rush, as we know, more willing to throw the ball underneath and stuff like that. He's going to throw the ball to the backs and stuff like that. And
are they doing that because Trey Lance hasn't been playing well, or is that
I think they're just trying to rotate the groups.
Yeah, it's a competition now, right?
I think
somebody's going to have to win that job.
I think it is.
Real quick, we got questions about Kalen Carson, our rookie out of Wake Forest that we liked a lot. Have you noticed anything from him?
Oh, absolutely. See, that's the thing about with him. They're talking to people in the organization. They absolutely love him, and he's been actually getting work with the ones.
He deserves it.
He went from the threes field to working with the ones and twos up on the varsity field.
I think they've hit on this draft class, man. I'm excited. I'm hoping that turns over in Oxnard in training camp and preseason.
Yeah, he's been playing right and left corner as well. So good stuff there from both those guys.